enter your examination hall, you will have this pass with you on which your name will be written, your candidate number will be written, and the type of test that you're taking, that is written. So you have to read it in a mic to mark your attendance that my name is this, my candidate number is this, and I'm here to take this test. Okay? So when I will say candidate A, mark your attendance, you should know what to say. Hina, do you understand? It's written there.
Yes.
And what about you, Sumara? Do you understand or not? You have to say my name is whatever your full name is. My candidate number is whatever your candidate number. Let's say 987. This is your candidate number. I'm here to take IELTS Life
Okay.
Skills A1 Speaking and Listening Test. Just read when I will say mark your attendance. Okay?
Okay.
So if you guys are ready, let's get started. The first test is going to be between Asma and Hina. Okay, so Asma, after the test, you may leave because I think it might be too late in your country then because you have to get ready for your test also.
Yes, yes,
Right? So first
yes,
we are
ma'am.
going to have a complete mock test. Other candidates can mute their mics and they can listen to that. All right. Ready? So, Hina, you are candidate A, and Asma, you are candidate B.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Candidate A, mark your attendance.
My name is Hena Bukhari. My candidate number is 987. I'm here to take Life Skills A1 Speaking and Listening Test.
Thank you. Candidate B, mark your attendance.
My name is Asma Mullikesha. My candidate number is 055266. I'm here to take my IELTS Life Skill A1 speaking and listening test.
Thank you. This is Angelina. I'm your interlocutor for IELTS A1 Life Skills Speaking and Listening Test. Candidate A, can I have your full name, please?
My full name is Hena Bukhari.
And what can I call you?
You can call me Hena.
Can you spell your first name?
Yeah, Hina.
Where do you come from?
I'm come from Pakistan.
And what do you do?
I'm a housewife.
Okay. Do you think learning English is important?
Yeah, I think so. Little bit important because of that. Mm, most of knowledge books or novels in English language or not my first language Urdu. Because of that, I love to read novels. I love to read international cooking recipes. Because of that, I think so. Okay, little bit important.
With who do you learn English?
Sorry.
With who do you learn English? What's the difference between learning English in the class and outside the class?
Inside the class, totally with grammar or everything in English language we can learn, but in outside totally not mm, mm, reading or writing. Uh, Only speaking skills learn be better.
Okay. Do you like to learn English by watching films?
No, I don't like to learn English by watching films.
Then how
I
do you
don't like
learn English? How do you learn English then?
reading books, reading books, novels, um, but I don't like movies. I don't like serials or web series in English language.
Thank you so much, Candidate A. Candidate B, can I have your full name, please?
Yes, my full name is Asma Mullik Aisha.
And what can I call you?
You can call me Asma.
Can you spell your first name?
Yeah, of course. My first name ASMA.
Where do you come from?
I come from Dhaka, Bangladesh.
What kinds of TV programs do you like to watch on TV?
I like to TV programs like mm, TV shows and like Kapil Sharma shows. It's very famous and popular TV shows. I like to comedy, and sometimes I like to um, comedy shows. I like to watch comedy shows on TV.
How often do you watch your favorite TV programs on TV?
I like to watch my TV program at the evening, and sometimes I like to watch my TV program when I have the free time. And at the weekend, I like to my favorite TV show, TV program. I like to watch my TV program at the weekend.
Do you like
Yes,
going to the cinema?
yes, I like to go into the cinema. I love watch movie at the cinema.
Thank you so much, Candidate B. This is the end of
Okay.
Phase 1A. Now let's begin with Phase 1B. In this phase of the test, Candidate A will ask questions from Candidate B about her favorite meal that she eats with her family. Candidate
Okay.
B will ask questions from Candidate A about her daily routine or activities in her daily routine. Understanding? You both have 1 minute to think about your questions. You may take your notes if you wish. Your time to think begins now. All right, 1 minute for thinking is over. Now, candidate A, please ask your questions from candidate B about her favorite meal that she eats with her family. You only have 2 minutes to ask your questions, and your time begins now.
Okay. Sorry, I forgot your name. Um, what's your favorite meal?
Sorry,
What's your favorite meal?
my favorite meal is mm, I like to dinner with I like to dinner. I like to eat at the dinner special dishes with my family, like uh, beef biryani with dessert and
Okay.
with drinks also.
Okay. You You can cook biryani?
Yeah, of course, I cook a biryani. Sometimes I make it for my family, and we are enjoying it.
Okay. Mm, you daily eat meal with your family?
Yeah, of course, I live with my family, so that's why I I take meal every day with my family, every meal.
Okay. Uh, but, you have you eat chilies or spicy foods?
Yeah, I like it spicy food, and my every I ate every day spicy food at my meal.
Okay.
I keep it in my meal, spicy food.
You you can you have to cook daily meals or not?
Yes, as I am a housewife, I cook every day my meal. I prepare my
Okay.
meal, everyday meal I prepare myself.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Candidate A, for your questions. 2 minutes are over. Candidate B, now please ask your questions from Candidate A about her daily activities or her everyday activities. You only have 2 minutes to ask your questions, and your time begins now.
Candidate A, are you ready?
Yeah.
What's your daily activities?
Mm, daily activities. I wake up early in the morning, means for my prayer time, 5 o'clock, 4 o'clock, or 5 o'clock. Then I pray my offer my prayer. Then I read my holy book. Then I cooked food or breakfast for my family, and then I complete my works or daily um, routine. And 12 o'clock I get
Okay, when do you wake up every day?
I wake up for 5 a.m.
Okay. Do you like to cook breakfast every day?
Yeah, I love to cook.
Okay. Do you do laundry every day?
No, not daily, but uh, 2 times or 3 times in a week.
Um, do you do the dishes every day?
Sorry?
Do you do the dishes every day?
Sorry, I can't get you.
Thank
Okay.
you. Thank you so much, Candidate B, for your questions. 2 minutes are over. Now it is time for the
Okay.
listening test. I will show you
Okay.
three pictures, and you have to answer three questions after listening to the recordings. Please take a note of this that candidate A, when I will say candidate A, answer from recording 1, listen carefully. If I say
Okay.
candidate B, answer from recording 2, please listen carefully. You may take your notes if you wish. Remember, in your listening test, there's a switch in the recording. If you're candidate A in the first round of listening, you will be answering from recording 1. But if you are candidate A, then in the second round of listening, your recording is recording 2. I will be very clear with the instructions, so listen carefully. Now I'm going to share the screen with you. If you're ready, let's do it. Candidate A and Candidate B, you have to tell me what is the information about books, exercise, or newspaper. Candidate A, you will tell me from the first recording that what is the information about books, exercise, or newspaper. And candidate B, you will tell about recording 2. If you're ready to listen, I'm going to play this recording.
Yes, I'm ready.
IELTS Life Skills A1 Speaking and Listening Test.
Test 3, Recording 1.
I like getting news every day. And I get news from newspaper. Morning is the best time for me to read newspaper. I collect newspaper from a library, which is very near to my house. It takes me 10 minutes to collect newspaper from there. I like reading sports news. I don't have enough patience to read book, though I used to read book in my childhood.
Recording 2. Reading book is always a great idea. Whenever I get chance I read book. I like most story book. Every day I spend 40 minutes for reading book. I read book at my study desk. I collect book from online bookshop. Every month I spend £70 for buying book. It takes me almost a week to finish a book. After reading a book I try to share my experience with my siblings and friends.
Alright, candidate A, in the first recording, what is the information about books, exercise, or newspaper?
Newspaper.
Thank you. Candidate B, in the second recording, what is the information about books, exercise, or newspaper?
About books.
Thank you so much, Candidate B. Now listen again and answer these questions. Candidate B, in the first recording, what is the best time for the man to read the newspaper and how long it takes the man to collect it? Candidate A, in the second recording, what kinds of books the woman like to read and how much she spends on books monthly? Listen once again and answer these questions.
IELTS Life Skills A1 Speaking and Listening Test.
Test 3, Recording 1. This recording is copyright.
I like getting news every day. And I get news from newspaper. Morning is the best time for me to read newspaper. I collect newspaper from a library, which is very near to my house. It takes me 10 minutes to collect newspaper from there. I like reading sports news. I don't have enough patience to read book, though I used to read book in my childhood.
Recording 2. Reading book is always a great idea. Whenever I get chance I read book. I like most story book. Every day I spend 40 minutes for reading book. I read book at my study desk. I collect book from online bookshop. Every month I spend £70 for buying book. It takes me almost a week to finish a book. After reading a book I try to share my experience with my siblings and friends.
All right. Candidate B, in the first recording, what is the best time for the man to read the newspaper?
Morning
Morning.
time.
Candidate B, in the first recording, what is the best time for the man to read newspaper?
Every day. Morning.
Beautiful. Best time for the man to read newspaper. Anyways, let's move to the next
Morning
question.
time.
Morning time. Right. And how long it
Yes.
takes the man to collect it?
How long that it takes?
10 minutes.
It will be 10 minutes.
It is 10 minutes. But
Yes, ma'am.
Hina, you need to understand that, beautiful. Uh, as I told you earlier, in the listening, there's a switch in the recording. Okay? So I said candidate
Okay.
B in the first recording. What is the best time of the man to read the newspaper? So please listen carefully. Okay?
Okay.
Now, candidate
Okay.
A, in the second recording, what kinds of books the woman likes to read?
What kind of books the woman like to read?
Candidate A,
Mm,
what kinds of books the woman likes to read in the second recording? Can anyone else from the class answer? Anyone else? Do you know the answer? Anyone else like
Ma'am,
Nanda is here?
storybook.
Oh, yeah, that is right. And how much she spends on books monthly, candidate A, in the second recording?
20 pounds.
Oh, that is correct. That is correct.
50.
50 or 20, what do you say?
20.
50 per 50 per
It was
month.
not
50
50,
pounds
it
per
was
month.
not 20, it is 70
70
pounds.
pounds.
Oh my
70 pounds.
God.
Okay. So the first answer is newspaper, the second answer books. Best
Okay.
time morning. See, Asma, I don't think you got the answers correctly because people who know the
Yes,
answers,
ma'am.
they give answers very quickly. They don't wait too long, right?
Ma'am,
So,
yes, I answered quickly, but my partner answered
but
these
be- but
questions
beautiful, you gave
because
a wrong answer for this
it's
one. You said
session
every
for me.
day. I said, what time is the best to read the newspaper? You said
No,
every
I
day.
said every day morning. Every day
Okay, okay,
morning.
fine.
I
Okay,
said every
fine,
day morning.
fine. Okay then. Okay, cool. Okay. By the way, what's the name? Hina, do you understand now what happens in the listening test?
Yeah, I
So there's a
understand.
tip for the listening test. Always take the notes. Always write down where, what, how long, quickly on your notebook, so that when the
Yeah.
examiner will ask you the question, and when you will listen carefully because you will remember the question.
It's allowed in exam.
Sorry?
It's allowed in examination room.
Yeah, of course. You will be receiving a notebook, we call it, or a notepad, right? You will be given a pen also,
Okay.
right? So you may take notes if you wish. It depends. Though
Okay.
it is not
Okay.
I mean, it's not a test of reading and writing, but they even give you time to write down your questions. When you
Okay.
want to ask questions for just the way I said, okay, ask her questions about her favorite meal of the day. But you did not, favorite meal that she eats with her family. You did not mention anywhere that what do you like to eat with your family, right? Do you like to eat this with your family? How often do you eat a meal with your family? Do you eat your favorite meal with your family at home or at a restaurant?
Okay.
Right? So, do you,
Right.
if she would say that, okay, my favorite meal that I eat with my family is biryani, or maybe she says that my favorite meal that I eat with my family is uh, breakfast, because breakfast is a meal, dinner
Yeah.
is a meal, lunch is a meal. So, you could have asked more questions about, for example, breakfast. Okay, let's
Okay.
discuss this topic. I don't think that this test was amazing. So let's discuss this topic, okay?
Okay.
For everyone, we are going to discuss this topic. What's the topic? Favorite meal that you eat with your family.
Family.
Okay. I'll try to give you some questions. Let's see what could be done about that. It's not a difficult topic, remember?
Okay.
The question is your favorite meal that you like to eat with your family. First of all, we need to understand what is a meal. What is the meaning of meal? Meal can be one dish, but for me, meal actually means uh, like for example, you take breakfast. You know, breakfast is a meal. You take lunch. Lunch is a meal. And then you take dinner, and that is a meal. So, what is the first question? What is your favorite meal that you like to eat with your family? Okay, that is the first question. Question number two. How often do you eat your favorite meal with your family? At what time of the day do you eat your favorite meal with your family? Right? Do you like to eat your favorite meal at home with your family or in the restaurant? Do you like to cook your favorite meal and then eat it with your family or somebody else cooks for you? Right? You can also ask that do you also like to eat dinner with your family? Who who eats dinner with you? Like your mommy, daddy, siblings? Who? Because it is eating favorite meal with family. This topic is a combination of two topics.
Okay.
Family and favorite meal. Okay, let's try to practice this topic with Nanda and Farida. Nanda, can you ask Farida some questions about favorite meal that she likes to eat with her family? Try.
Okay. Arida,
Yes, I'm ready.
do you, what is your favorite meal to eat with your family?
I like dinner. I like I like dinner. My favorite meal is dinner. I like it with my family. What about you? What is your favorite meal? Eat your dinner, your family.
My favorite meal it's dinner. It is dinner. I like to meal with my family. I like enjoy uh, dinner with my family. What about you? Do you like to eat meal barbecue with your family?
Yes, yes, I like my favorite meal, barbecue. Uh, I make barbecue with my family and eat my favorite meal with my family. What about you? Do you go for restaurant, eat your favorite meat?
Yes, I like go to the restaurant with my family to eat meal uh, uh, lunch. I like lunch with my favorite meal with my family. What about
How
you?
often how often do you go a restaurant when you eat your favorite meal?
Once in a week, I like go to the restaurant to eat meal with my favorite family. What about you? Do you like to eat meal favorite uh, with family on a weekend?
Yes, I like go to restaurant in weekend and eat my favorite meal with my family. What about you? Do you like to go for do you like to go for shopping? Uh, we eat your favorite meal?
Sometimes I like go to shop to eat meal with my family. I like to eat meal with my favorite family. I like eat potato. Potato. What about you?
Do you like to spend time with your family? Eat your favorite meal together, your family.
Okay. I like to eat my favorite meal with my family. I enjoy barbecue. I enjoy junk food. What about you? Do you like to eat junk food with your
Yes, I
family?
like. Yes, I like junk food with my family. It's my favorite meal. What about you? How do you travel when you eat your favorite meal?
I like to travel by car. By car. I like travel by car to eat in the restaurant. To eat my favorite meal with my family. What about you? Do you like to eat meal in the restaurant with your family?
Yes, I like eat my favorite meat with go to restaurant with my family. What about you? How much time do you spend when you eat your favorite meat in the restaurant?
I spend on 1 hours. I spend 1 hours between 2 hours to eat meal. My favorite meal is my family. What about you? How much do you spend?
I spend time 2 hours. Sometime I go for restaurant, eat my favorite meal. Where do you go? Uh, where do you go? And when eat your favorite meal?
I like go to eat my favorite meal with my family in the restaurant. In the restaurant, sometimes I like go to eat meal with my family in shopping mall. What about you? Do you like to eat meal your favorite uh, with the family in the shopping mall?
Yes, sometime I go with the shop. I go for the shopping mall, eat my favorite meal. What about you? Do you like to cook your favorite meal?
Yes, I like to cook my favorite meal with my family. I like to cook um, rice. I like to cook. Sometimes I like go. I like go to cook in the park with my family. What about you? Do you like to eat meal in the park with family?
Yes, I like go to the park and eat my favorite meat with my family. I like go with my family. What about you? Do you like to go for park, eat your favorite meat?
Yes, I like to eat my favorite meal in the park with my family. I like to cook barbecue in the park with my favorite family. I like to cook barbecue. I like to cook different kinds food in the park. What about you? Do you like to cook barbecue in the park?
Yes, I like. Yes, I like cook barbecue in the park. Is my favorite meal. What about you? How often do you eat your favorite meat?
I eat my favorite meal two um, twice on a week. I prefer to eat twice in a week. And what about you? How often do you eat to meal with your family?
I eat my favorite meat once a week. I like cook my favorite meat. Uh, what about you? Which is your favorite meat?
My favorite meat is barbecue, is spaghetti. I like to eat dessert. What about you? Do you like to eat dessert with your favorite family?
Yes, I like my yes, I like eat my favorite meat with my family. Sometime I go in my relative's house. I eat my favorite meat. What about you? Do you like to go your relative's house, eat your favorite meat?
Yes, I like I like to cook with my family. I like to eat meal. I prefer to cook barbecue. I prefer to cook rice, beans. I like enjoy to cook my favorite meal with my family. I like to eat meal, my favorite meal on birthday. What about you? Do you like to eat meal in your favorite birthday?
Bakery?
Birthday, birthday.
Birthday. Yes, I like cook food. I like cook kavli palau. I like mantu. I make mantu. Uh, Sometime um, I spend time with my family. What about you? Do you like to invite your friend cook your favorite meat?
Yes, sometime in my free time, I like invite my friends uh, to eat meal with my family together. I like to cook cupcake. I like to cook cupcake banana. What about you? Do you like to eat cupcake with your friend, with family?
Yes, I like cook. I like cook. I like bake cake with my friend. And Sometimes I invite my friend in my house. I eat my favorite meat. What about you? Do you like to invite your friend in your house eat your favorite meat?
Yes, sometimes I like invite my friends uh, to eat meal. Uh, I like to cook for my favorite meal with my family, my friends. I invite, yes, I invite my friends to eat meal with there. I like to invite my friends on Saturday or Sunday to eat my favorite meal. What about you? Do you like to invite your friend uh, on Saturday?
Uh, yes, I like invite my friend Saturday. Mm, I eat my favorite meat. I like birthday party. Sometime invite guest in birthday party. I make my favorite meat. What about you? Do you like to make your favorite meat?
Yes, I like to make my favorite meal. I like enjoy. Uh, I like sometimes I like to make cupcake and I invite my friends, invite my family to eat meal. I like enjoy to eat with my friends. What about you? Do you like enjoy to eat meal with your favorite, with family, with friends?
Yes, I like in my favorite meat with my family. Sometime I go for park with my family. I make my favorite food, and I eat my favorite food. What about you? Do you like to go park, make your favorite food?
Yes, I I go to the park and I make barbecue. I like to make barbecue in the park with my friends. I like enjoy uh, to go the park to eat meal with my family, with my friends. What about you? Do you think do your favorite meal is healthy food?
Yes, I think favorite meal is very healthful. I like my favorite meal. What about you? Do you think your favorite meal is healthful?
Yes, I think my favorite meal is health food. I like to eat beef. I like I think so. Beef is health food. It contain protein, vitamins. What about you? Do you like beef to eat meal?
Yes, I like my favorite meal. What about you? Do you make cupcake? Uh, eat with your friend? Uh,
Yeah. Yes. Uh, on new candy, I like invite my friends to make cupcake. I like make cupcake banana cupcake. I like to make cupcake chocolate, and I like to make with my friends. Um different cupcakes. What about you? Do you like invite your family, your friends to make cupcake in your house?
Yes, I like invite my friend. I buy cupcake. I don't idea. I don't make cupcake. I don't bake cupcake, but I don't idea. What about you? Do you like to go for a restaurant and eat your favorite food?
Yes, I like go to the restaurant to eat my favorite food. Sometime I go with my husband to eat my favorite food in the restaurant near in my house. What about you? Do you like to eat your favorite meal with your husband?
Yes, I like go with my husband, eat my favorite food. Uh, Sometime I go for my children, with my children, eat my favorite food. What about you? Do you make your favorite food in your house?
Yes, I like to cook food. I like to make rice in my house for dinner. I like to make beef. Is my meal favorite beef. I like to eat beef uh, to my lunch. What about you? Do you like to eat beef, beans in your meal?
Bean?
Beans, rice. I don't know. You don't know. I like to eat beef with potato in
Beef.
my lunch.
Yes, I like. Yes, yes, yes. I like eat beef. In my favorite meat is beef. I make. Sometime I make, and my favorite meat. What about you? Do you like to meat?
Yes, I like to eat beef. I think beef is my favorite meal. I like to eat beef with my family. I like to cook barbecue, uh, to to my lunch, to my dinner. I like to eat soap. I like to eat soap. I think soap is my favorite meal when rainy weather. What about you? Do you like to eat soap in wet weather, rainy weather?
Yes, I like to make soup in rainy weather. Sometime I make soup in rainy weather. Mm, What about you? Do you like to make soup in rainy weather?
Yes, I like I like soup. I like soup in the wet weather. I enjoy to make soup with my husband. What about you? Do you make soup with your husband?
Yes, sometime I make soup with my husband uh, and eat in my favorite food. My sometime I uh, make I like fish. I make sometime I make fish with my husband. So it's my favorite meal. What about you? Do you like fish? Is your favorite meal?
Yes, I like to eat fish. I like to eat fish on at night with my family. Sometimes I like to eat fish in the lunch. I prefer to eat fish at night. At night I like make fish for my husband. What about you? Do you like to eat? Um, I think to eat bread.
Bread?
Bread, bread.
Yes, I like to make bread, and it's my favorite meal. What about you? Do you like to cook um, um, rice in your favorite, eat your favorite meal?
Yes, I like to cook rice with vegetables. Uh, I like to eat vegetables with rice and beef in my favorite meal. What about you? Do you like to cook vegetables with rice?
Yes, I like cook vegetable rice. I make rice in my favorite meal. I I like eat my favorite meal. Sometime I go with my friend house, so make my favorite meal, eat my favorite meal. What about you? Do you like to go with your friend house, eat your favorite meal?
Yes, I like to make rice and beef with my favorite meal is rice and beef. I enjoy to eat my favorite meal with my friends. What about you? How often do you to make rice in your favorite meal? How
I
often?
make rice once a week and eat my favorite meat. Uh, sorry. What about you? Do you like outdoor in your eat your favorite meat?
Yes, I like eat outdoor with my husband. I like to eat my favorite meal with my family outdoor. Sometimes I like to eat my favorite meal uh, on weekend. What about you? Do you like to eat your favorite meal with outdoor with your family?
Yes, I like my favorite meat. Uh, I like eat my favorite meat in outdoor. I like go for KFC. Uh, in my eat my favorite meat. What about you? Do you like to McDonald's in your favorite meat?
Uh, yes, I like to eat McDonald's in my meal, but I I dislike it. No, I don't enjoy McDonald's. I prefer to make my favorite meal with my my family. What about you? Do you like to eat McDonald's?
Yes, sometime I like go with I like eat McDonald's, but I like homemade meat. I like eat my favorite meal. Uh, I like to go with my relatives' house and spend time with my relatives, eat my favorite meal. What about you? Do you like to go in your relatives' house, eat your favorite meal?
Yeah, sometimes I like invite my relative to eat my favorite meal. Sometimes I like to cook for my relatives. I invite on weekend. I enjoy to make to eat meal for my relatives. I like to make pizza handmade. Do you like to make pizza?
Yes, I like make pizza. Sometime I make pizza homemade. I enjoy with my children in my favorite meal. I eat my favorite meal. Uh, I make pizza once a week. What about you? Uh, How often do you make your favorite pizza?
I I like to eat pizza once in a week. I enjoy to eat pizza at night with my husband. I like to eat pizza when I invite my friends. I like eat pizza. Sometimes I like to eat pizza on weekend. What about you? Do you like to eat junk food with your family?
Yes, I like junk food with my family. What about you? Do you like junk food with your family? Eat your family.
Yes, I like to eat junk food at night. Sometimes I like to eat junk food for my lunch. I think junk food no is my favorite meal, but I like it. What about you? Do you think about junk food is health food?
No, junk food is not healthful. I make uh, homemade food. I like homemade food, but junk food is very tasty. So once a week I go for a restaurant and eat junk food. What about you? Do you like to go for a restaurant, eat junk food?
No, sometimes I like it. What about you? Do you like to drink juice with your favorite meal?
Yes, I like my favorite juice. Drink my favorite juice. What about you? Do you like your favorite? Do you like favorite juice? Uh, Juice your favorite?
I like drink juice orange with my favorite meal. I like drink juice orange with barbecue. I like juice and orange with my favorite meal. What about you? Do you like to drink juice with your favorite meal?
Yes, I like drink in my favorite meal. Sometime I like drink green tea in my favorite meal. I like green tea in my favorite meal. What about you? Do you like dessert? Dessert? Do you make dessert?
Yes, I like to make dessert. I like to make um, cupcake. I like to make ice cream. I like to make cupcake chocolate with my favorite meal. What about you? Do you like to make or to eat dessert in your favorite meal?
Yes, I like make dessert and eat my favorite meal. Sometime I make my favorite dessert. Uh, what about you? How often do you make your favorite dessert?
I I like to make on weekends. I like to make cupcake. I like to make cupcake different cupcake on weekends. What about you? Do you like to eat banana cupcake in your favorite meal?
Yes, sorry. Yes, I like eat banana cake in my favorite meal. Sometime I make. Sometime I buy banana cake, eat eat my favorite meal. What about you? Do you make cake in your favorite meal?
Yes, I like make cake. I like make cake chocolate is my favorite meal dessert. I like after when I eat my favorite meal beef. I like to eat dessert. I like to eat dessert in the afternoon. What about you? Do you like to eat dessert in the afternoon?
Sorry.
Do you like to eat dessert in the afternoon? In afternoon, what time do
Yes.
you like?
Yes, I like my favorite meal in the afternoons. I like cupcake eat in the evening time. I like eat in evening time. Do you like cupcake eat in evening time?
Yes, I like. Sometimes I like. What about you? Do you like to make vegetable soup in your favorite meal with my family? Your family?
Yes, I like vegetable soup. Make I like make and I like eat in my favorite meal. Uh, Sometime I eat my favorite meal soup. What about you? Do you like eat your favorite uh, your favorite dessert?
Yes, I like to make dessert. I like to make different desserts. I like to make a cupcake, banana cupcake. I like to make different cakes. What about you? Do you like to make cupcake, different cupcake?
Yes, I like eat cupcake, but I don't make cupcake. Uh, do you make cupcake yourself?
Yes, I like make cupcake. What about you? Do you like to make cupcake and when do you invite your friends? Do you like to make cupcake your friends?
Yes, I like invite my friend eat cupcake cupcake and sometime I uh, birth my birthday I invite my friend and buy cake, uh, spend time with my friend, uh, and eat my favorite meal. What about you? Do you like eat your favorite meat with your friend?
Yes, I like to eat meal on my with my friends. What about you? Do you like to eat your favorite meal with neighbors?
Yes, I like my favorite meal with my neighbors. Sometimes I invite my neighbor in make my favorite meal, eat my favorite meal. What about you? Do you like to spend time with your neighbor and eat your favorite meal?
Yes, sometimes I like to spend my time with my neighbor. I like to go in your house. I like to cook my favorite meal with my neighbor. Sometimes I like to invite my house to eat my favorite meal with my neighbor. What about you? Do you invite your neighbor to meal your
Uh,
favorite?
Yes, I invite my neighbor in my house, eat my favorite meal. As sometime I go with my neighbor house and spend time with my neighbor, eat my favorite meal. What about you? Do you like to go with your neighbor house, eat your favorite meal?
Yes, sometimes I go in the house, my neighbor, to eat my favorite meal. What about you? Do you like to cook spaghetti in your favorite meal?
Yes. Yes, spaghetti. I like spaghetti. Sometimes I make spaghetti with my children. Uh, I like spaghetti. I eat my favorite meal. What about you? Do you like to cook spaghetti and eat your favorite meal?
Yes, I love to make spaghetti for my favorite meal. I like spaghetti with cheese. What about you? Do you like to eat spaghetti with cheese?
Yes, I like cheese spaghetti. Sometimes I cook spaghetti. Uh, I I make spaghetti, cheese spaghetti. I eat my favorite meal with my children. I like
Yeah.
I like uh, spend time with my children. What about you? Do you like to cook spaghetti with your children?
I don't have children. uh, I right now I live alone.
Okay.
My husband live in Bunbury, England. But I like to make spaghetti at night. What about you? Do you like to make spaghetti at night?
Yes, I like make spaghetti at night time and eat my favorite meal. Do you like make biryani? Your favorite meal?
Um, I don't know is your food in Brazil no have I think so biryani is traditional food in your country. I don't
Okay.
know. Uh, I like
Mm,
I like to make I like to make beef with spaghetti at night. Sometimes I like to eat my favorite meal uh, in my lunch. Sometimes I like to eat beef in my lunch. What about you? Do you like to eat your favorite meal in your lunch?
uh, no, I like beef, cook beef at dinner time. I like beef eat dinner at dinner time. Um, what about you? Do you like to chicken uh, in your favorite meal?
Yes, I like to eat chickens in your favorite meal. I prefer to eat my lunch. I like to eat chickens in my lunch. Uh, what about you? Do you like to eat chickens in your lunch?
Yes, I like I like make chicken in my lunch. In my favorite meal. What about you? Do you like um, do you like make dinner in your favorite meal?
Yes. Uh, every day I like to make dinner. I like to make soap every day at night in my dinner. What about you? What time do you like to make your favorite meal? What time
I
do you like
like
to make?
I like make my favorite food night time, dinner time. I like eat my favorite meal at dinner time. Do you like barbecue uh, at dinner time?
No, I don't like barbecue at night. I like to eat barbecue uh, in my lunch or when I go to the park. I like go to the park and I like to make barbecue when I go to the park with my family. What about you? Do you like to eat barbecue in dinner?
Yes, I like barbecue at dinner time. Sometime I bake, but I I make barbecue at dinner time with my family. I spend time with my family. What about you? Do you like spend time with your family when you cook barbecue?
Yes, I love spend my time to eat barbecue with my family. I I like to eat barbecue in different times. I like to eat barbecue uh, in the morning, in my lunch. I like to eat barbecue afternoon when I go to the park, and I like to eat barbecue in the restaurant. What about you? Do you like to eat barbecue in the restaurant?
Yes, I like go for restaurant and eat my favorite meal, barbecue. Mm, What about you? Do you like vegetable in your favorite meal?
Yes, I like. I like to eat vegetable with rice. I like to eat vegetable with barbecue. I think about vegetable is health food in my favorite meal. What about you? Do you think about vegetable is important in your favorite meal?
Yes, vegetable is very important for health. I like vegetable. Sometime I cook different type vegetable. I like my favorite meal. I like eat my favorite meal vegetable. What about you? What is your favorite vegetable?
Um, I like all vegetables, green vegetable. My favorite vegetable is tomato. I like all vegetable. I like to cook different vegetable in my meal. I like to eat vegetable with rice, with barbecue. I like to eat vegetable at night. I like to eat vegetable with my family. What about you? Do you like to eat vegetable with your family?
Yes, I like vegetable with my family. Is very healthful for health. So I like vegetable. Mostly I like Spanish. Uh, I cook vegetable and it's my favorite meal. What about you? Do you cook vegetable dinner time? Vegetable?
Yes, I like to cook vegetable at dinner. I like sometimes I like to cook vegetable dinner. Sometimes I like to cook vegetable in my lunch. Sometimes I like to cook in different times of day. What about you? Do you like to cook vegetable uh, with your children?
Yes, I like cook vegetable with my children. Uh, how often do you cook vegetable?
I I cook vegetable every day, every day. I think vegetable is my favorite meal because it's health food. What about you? How often do you eat to cook vegetable?
I like cook vegetable uh, uh, um, uh, lunchtime. I like cook vegetable lunchtime, and uh,
Thank
I
you. Thank you so much. Now it is time for the next topic. Syra, are you there, beautiful? Syra, can you hear? Syra, are you there? I don't know if she can hear me or not. Sumara, are you there? Your mic is muted. I don't know if she can hear me or not. Okay, I received this message from my student. Amara, if you want to leave, you may.
No, ma'am.
Okay, just a moment. Okay. So, topic number 1 was learning English. Why learning English is important? Let's first answer this question because this is a previous exam topic. Okay. So, who would like to answer this question? Give me a small answer for this. Why learning English is important? Can anyone answer? Why learning English is important?
because is it international language.
Good job. It is an international language. English, learning English is important because it is an international language, right? And it is also important to live in the UK, right? Right? It is important to live in the UK. English is important. Learning English is important as it is an international language. That is correct. It is an international language and it is important to live in the UK, right? Or you can say English is important to live in the English speaking countries, right? English is important to live in the English speaking countries. Or you can just say in the UK if you want to. Okay, anyone else try to give me the answer. Why do you think learning English is important? Learning, can I give you 1 to 2 more lines if you want to say, see, you can say learning English is important to get good jobs. Okay, learning English is important for good study. Okay, learning English is important to live in the UK. Learning English is important to uh, make friends in other countries, right? Like foreigner friends. Easy. Now, who would like to answer that why learning English is important?
Okay. I can speak.
Yes, beautiful.
For me, learning English is very important because it's international language, and I want to live in UK. I want to understand, watch videos. For me, is very important to learn English.
Good job. Anyone else who would like to answer why learning English is important? Who would like to answer why learning English is important? Quickly. Anyone?
May I?
Yes, please.
Uh, Learning English is important because of that English is an international language. That's why English is learning is important. Um, um, in living in UK, English language is learning English language is more important, and then if you have to make friends on foreign friends, that's why learning English is more important. Because of that, um, English is an international language, and another countries usually may know a little bit English, and
Thank you. Thank you. Anyone else? Why learning English is important? Quickly, quickly. Who will answer?
Um, English language is international language. It's very important to go to UK. I
Okay, yeah, beautiful. Try to find the correct sentence here, although it's not a bad answer. Learning is learning English is important. How will we start? Learning English is
learning
important. Can someone type it
learning
in the comment section? Uh, say, sorry, Hina says that what is the exact meaning of often? Often means frequency of time. If you ask me, teacher, how often do you brush your teeth in a day? I would say like one time in the morning and one time at night, right? So I brush my teeth twice in a day. And if you ask me how often do you eat your favorite food? So I would say, well, my favorite food is pizza and I eat it once in a month. Frequency of time.
okay, thank you.
Yeah. And my question was learning English. Can if I would say to you guys, can you type it in the comment section? Learning English is important to find a good job. Learning English is important because it is an international language. Are you guys typing it? Please type it somewhere. Or if you want me to type it, I can. Just a moment. So that there's less confusion. Learning English is important as it's as an international language. Okay? Learning English is important. Learning English is important to live in the UK. Learning is important to get a good job, in my country, okay? Learning English is important to make international friends. Learning English is important to do international business, okay? International business. Learning English is important to what else? Learning English is important to. Give me the reason why learning English is important. What else? Give me one more reason. Yes, learning English is important to travel. To travel. Or in easy English, we would say learning English is important for international travel. This is A1 level, international travel.
Learning English.
At least you can. Sorry, yes, ma'am.
Learning English is important to choose studies in international universities.
Yeah, it is important for good study. Okay, that's also a good answer. So at least when the examiner will ask you this question, you can choose 3 sentences or even choose 2, but you can answer. This is an important question, by the way. The examiner is repeating this question again and again. Why learning English is important. With who do you learn English? With who? W-H-O, who. Who means like the person. I learn English with my father or my husband, or I learn English with my teacher.
Okay.
With who do you learn English? Is that understandable, Syra? Syra, are you there? Syra Sohail. Beautiful. If you can hear me, please type a yes in the chat box, or if you're present there, because I don't know if you're listening or not. Okay. Is that understandable?
Yes.
The topic of discussion is watching TV. Look, as she informed me, the teacher, I had this topic in the exam today. Another topic was watching TV. Favorite meal you eat with your family? And why do you think, why do you speak English? Why English learning is important? This was also a question that the examiner asked. And she told me about what is your dream job? Look, the examiner asked her a question. What is your dream job? So what if I ask you this question? What would you say? Let's start off with Nanda. Nanda, what is your dream job? Dream job means I know you're a housewife, but if you're given a chance to work, which job would you like to do? What is your dream job? Anyone who can answer? Let's start off with Nanda. Nanda, what is your dream job?
My dream job, I think, teacher. Teacher is my
Teacher.
dream job.
Okay. Okay. So, yes, you can say my dream job is to be a teacher. My dream job is to be a teacher. Right now, I'm a housewife, right? You will say right now, my dream job is to be a teacher. Right now, I'm a housewife, right? Right now, I am a housewife. What about you, Amara? What is your dream job?
My dream job is doctor.
Really? That's nice.
Mm,
Okay. What about my dream job is to be a doctor, right? But it's not a
okay.
wrong answer. My dream job is to be a doctor. What about you, Farida? What is your dream job?
My dream job is uh, housewife.
But that's not a dream job, beautiful. When the examiner will ask you, think about it. Because think
Uh,
about a profession. You can say that I would like to be a teacher or a nurse. My
yes,
dream job,
my
yeah?
dream job is teacher.
Yeah, my dream job is to be a teacher. Right now, I'm a housewife. I love it. I enjoy it. But my dream job is to be a teacher. Hina, what is your dream job?
My dream job was be a lecturer, and now I am a lecturer of Persian literature.
That's nice. That's amazing. What about you, Sumera? Are you there? Sumera, can you unmute your mic? Sumera, if you're there, please tell me what is your dream job? Your mic is muted, but I think if you cannot hear, Syra, your mic is muted, beautiful. I cannot hear you. Or maybe they're not here. So these are the important topics that appeared in the exam today. Watching TV was an important watching TV was an important exam topic too. So let's quickly have a discussion between uh, Nanda and Hina watching TV, and then Amara and Farida watching TV. Ready?
Okay.
3 minutes. You have, this is the last section. This is called phase 1B. Sorry, this is called phase 2B. And after that, the test ends. So please discuss this topic for 3 minutes. Nanda and Hina. The topic is watching TV. You have 3 minutes to discuss this topic, and your time begins now.
Okay. Uh, are you ready?
Yeah.
Do you like watch TV?
No, I don't like watching TV, but sometimes I watch TV for Islamic programs.
Uh, why do you don't like TV?
Mm, um, I thought it's a wasting of time.
I love watch TV. I watch TV at night. I love watch films. I like watch series. I like watch about weather. What about you? Do you like
That's
watch
that's
TV?
That's good, but I have not enough time for watching TV. That's why I mm, avoid some TV programs or movies or shows. I just watching some Islamic programs or Islamic documentaries.
Okay. But do you watch TV to learn English?
Sorry?
Do you like watch TV to learn English?
No, I'm not watching most of time TV. Because of that I learning books, English books or something.
Do you think about to watch TV is very good or bad?
No, watching TV is good for time because by watching TV, learning English is a good thing. But I have not enough time. Because of that, I know avoid some watching TVs or movies.
Ah,
You are
okay.
you are a housewife. I am also housewife, but I am online teacher, online lecturer. Because of that, I have not enough time for that.
Okay. Uh, your family like watch TV?
Yeah, sometimes my husband live in UK. Sometimes we share screen and some programs are watching together.
Okay. Uh, how often do you spend your time watch TV? Do you speak for me? Do you like watch TV?
Most of time 1 hour and 1.5 hour enough time.
Thank you
Okay.
so much for your discussion. There are more questions to it. That do you like to watch sports on TV? Do you like to watch news on TV? Right? Because do you like to watch shows about general knowledge on TV? When do you watch TV? What time of the day do you watch TV? Right? Do
Okay.
you watch TV with your family or alone? Do you watch TV in your room or in the TV lounge? See, every question must carry the word watching TV, right? Because the
Okay.
topic is watching TV. Now, the next discussion is going to be between Farida and Amara. The topic will remain the same, watching TV. Please start your discussion. You have only 3 minutes to discuss.
Are you ready, Frida?
Yes, I'm ready.
Do you like to watch TV?
Yes, I like watch TV. What about you? Do you like watch TV?
Yes, I like watch a TV. I like this movie. I like this fashion show. What about you? Do you like to watch movie
Yes, I like watch movie.
on
Sometime
TV?
I spend time with my family. I watch movie and I like action movie. What is your favorite movie?
I like to watch movie. My favorite movie is The Bung. Uh, watch on TV. What about you? Do you like to watch the sport on TV?
Yes, I like to watch sport on TV. I like watch sport. I like cricket. Cricket. and I like football. What about you? Which sports do you like watch TV?
Uh, Um, I don't like watch sport on watch TV, but sometimes I like this um, football because football is my favorite, my husband's favorite game. So I see this. So what about you? Do you like to watch TV on fashion show on TV fashion show?
Uh, no, I don't like fashion show, watch TV. I like drama, I like watch TV and drama. What about you? Do you like watch TV, watch drama?
Yes, I watch drama on TV. What about you? Do you like a song, listening song, watch TV?
Yes, I like listen song, watch TV. Uh, Sometime uh, I watch TV and my favorite program, Kapil Sharma program. What do you like? Do you like Kapil Sharma program? Watch TV?
Yes, I like to couple show watched on TV. Um, it is very low. Like play watch on TV.
I like watch movie with my friend in my favorite movie. What about you? Do you like watch movie with your friend? Watch TV?
Yes, I like watch movie with my friend. Uh, Sometime I go to watch TV on at home. How do you with who do you like watch TV?
I like watch TV with my husband. Sometimes I like watch my favorite love story film. Watch TV with my husband. What about you? With who do you like watch TV?
Um, I like watch TV on with my family, with my cousins, and with my sisters on watch a movie on TV. What about you? Do you like to cooking show on watch on TV?
Yes, sometimes I like watch cooking show, watching TV, and sometimes I like cooking show. Uh, what about you? Do you like to cooking show, watch TV?
Yes, I like cooking show watch on TV. What about you? Do you like to watch news on TV?
Yes, I like watch news. I like morning time. I like watch news every morning. I like watch news. What about you? Do you like in morning time watch news in TV?
Yeah, I like watch on news every day on TV in the morning. What
Thank
about
you.
you?
Thank you so much. Very good one. You can ask more questions. Do you like to watch TV in the morning? Do you like to watch TV on weekends? Okay. Do you like to watch your favorite film on TV? On your favorite festival? So, look, we are mixing three topics in here. We are making a big question. Do you like to watch your favorite film on your favorite festival on TV? right? Just like on Eid, on Christmas, people like to watch TV. I think people watch a lot of TV shows. They're reality TV shows, you know, reality TV shows. Then you have dance shows on TV, singing shows on TV. Do you like to watch dramas or plays on TV? If you know these names, it will be easier to ask more questions. Do you like to watch dramas or plays on TV? Do you like to watch reality shows on TV? Do you like to watch cooking shows on TV? Right? Do you like to watch dance shows on TV? Do you like to watch singing shows on TV? Do you like to watch game shows on TV? Understand it, right?
Yeah.
A lot of shows come on TV, as you know yourself too, okay? So, do you like to watch TV in the morning? Do you like to watch TV at night? Or do you like to watch TV on weekends? Okay,